When you see this, God is about to change your life. Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of shaking us up right before something incredible happens. You might be feeling stuck, overwhelmed, like nothing is going the way you planned. But let me tell you, when things feel the hardest, when the pressure is the greatest, that's often the moment right before everything changes. See, God doesn't just drop blessings into your lap without preparing you first. He stretches you, He tests you, He puts you through challenges not to break you, but to build you. If you've been asking for a breakthrough, don't be surprised if life starts getting tougher. That's not a sign to give up. That's a sign that something big is coming. The question is, are you ready for it? Faith and preparation are two sides of the same coin. You can't ask God for rain and then walk outside without an umbrella. You can't pray for a breakthrough and not prepare yourself for what's coming. Too many people sit back and expect miracles to land in their laps, but God doesn't operate like that. He wants you to move, to take action, to step forward, even when you don't see the full staircase. Think about it. When you plant a seed, you don't just toss it on the ground and hope it grows. No, you dig the soil, you water it, you make sure it gets sunlight. You prepare for growth before you ever see the first sprout. And life works the same way. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you're not preparing, if you're not putting in the work, you're not really believing. Faith is not just hoping, it's acting like what you've prayed for is already on the way. There comes a time in your life when you have to stop asking and start aligning. You have to ask yourself, if God gave me what I've been praying for right now, would I even be ready? A lot of people want success, but they don't want the discipline. They want abundance, but they don't want the responsibility. They want to be elevated, but they don't want the pressure that comes with it. But God doesn't bless where you're comfortable. He blesses where you're committed. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple: preparation. The ones who succeed didn't just pray for it. They worked for it. They got up early, they stayed up late, they sacrificed, they prepared for the moment before it ever arrived. David didn't become a giant slayer the day he faced Goliath. He had been preparing all along. While he was tending sheep, he was training, he was practicing with his sling, he was getting stronger. Nobody saw that part, but that's where the preparation happened. So when his moment came, he didn't hesitate. He was ready. If God moves when you move, He's not going to open doors for someone who isn't willing to walk through them. Some of you have been praying for change, but you haven't changed anything in your life. You're praying for a new opportunity, but you're still living with an old mindset. You're praying for God to bring the right people into your life, but you're still hanging around the wrong ones. You can't ask for new blessings and keep the same habits. This is where faith and preparation meet. If you believe a blessing is coming, then act like it. If you believe God is about to change your life, then prepare for it. Start showing up as the person who is ready for what you're asking for. Walk like you already have it. Talk like you already have it. Work like you already have it. There is a version of you that is waiting on the other side of your preparation. A version of you that has already stepped into that blessing. But you won't meet that version of yourself until you get serious about preparation. You won't see that breakthrough until you've proven you're ready for it. Some of you are in a season of waiting and you think nothing is happening. But let me tell you, God is watching what you do in the waiting. He's seeing if you're staying faithful when nobody's watching. He's seeing if you're putting in the work when there's no reward yet. He's seeing if you're committed even when it doesn't feel like things are changing. Because when the time comes, He wants to know that you're ready. A lot of people say, I'll get serious when the opportunity comes. No, God says, get serious now, and then I'll bring the opportunity. The level of your preparation determines the level of your blessing. You can't skip the process. You can't fast forward through the hard work. You have to put in the time, the discipline, the effort. Some of you are one step away from everything you've been praying for, but God is waiting to see if you're truly ready. If you really believe He's about to change your life, then act like it. Don't just say you're ready, prove it, prepare for it. Move like it's already done. Because when your moment comes, you don't want to be caught unprepared. Life has a way of testing you before it blesses you. The struggles you are facing right now are not random. They are not pointless. They are not meant to break you. They are preparing you, shaping you, refining you. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt is a step in the process of becoming who you were meant to be. You may not see it now, but every hardship is working in your favor. God doesn't waste pain. He doesn't allow struggles without purpose. So, the very thing that is frustrating you, exhausting you, making you question everything might just be the key to your next breakthrough. When you look at a diamond, you see something beautiful, valuable, unbreakable. But a diamond doesn't start that way. It begins as a piece of coal buried deep in the earth, under pressure, under intense heat, going through a process that transforms it into something rare and extraordinary. That pressure, that heat, it's necessary. Without it, the diamond wouldn't exist. In the same way, the pressure you're under right now, the fire you're walking through, is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to refine you, to strengthen you, to bring out something in you that you didn't even know was there. The struggles you face are not happening to you, they are happening for you. They are the training ground for the blessing that's coming. You can't step into the next level of your life with the same mindset, the same habits, the same weaknesses. Growth requires struggle. Strength requires resistance. You don't build muscle by lifting something easy. You don't develop endurance by avoiding the race. The very thing you're trying to escape is the thing that is making you stronger. There are moments in life when you will feel like you've been buried, like everything is pressing down on you, suffocating you, making it impossible to see the light. But remember this, seeds are also buried. When a seed is planted, it is covered in darkness, hidden from the world, surrounded by dirt. But what looks like burial is actually the beginning of growth. The seed is not buried. It is being prepared to rise. It is in that hidden place that it begins to take root, to develop, to push through the soil toward the sun. And just like that seed, you are not buried. You are being planted. You are in the process of breaking through, of growing into something greater than you ever imagined. Every great success story has a struggle behind it. Every strong person you admire has been through something that tested them, stretched them, pushed them to their limits. The difference between those who rise and those who stay stuck is not the absence of struggle. It's how they respond to it. Some people let struggles break them. Others use them as fuel. Some people let hard times make them bitter. Others let hard times make them better. The same fire that melts butter hardens steel. The same storm that washes away the weak strengthens the strong. It's not about what you go through. It's about how you go through it. Right now, you may be facing obstacles that feel overwhelming. You may feel like you're stuck, like you're going in circles, like no matter how hard you try, nothing is changing. But what if the struggle isn't a sign that things are going wrong? What if it's a sign that things are about to go right? What if the resistance you're facing is proof that you're getting closer? Before every major breakthrough, there is a moment of struggle that tests everything in you. It's the moment where most people give up, where most people walk away, where most people settle. But if you can hold on just a little longer, if you can push through just a little further, you'll see that what looked like the end was really the beginning. Think about the caterpillar. It spends its early life crawling, limited, small, ordinary. Then one day, everything changes. It enters a cocoon, a dark, tight, lonely place. In that cocoon, it is not resting. It is struggling. It is breaking itself down so it can rebuild into something new. It is a painful, difficult, uncomfortable process. But when it is done, the caterpillar is gone, and in its place is a butterfly, something transformed, something free, something that can go places it never could before. You are in your cocoon right now. You are in the process of transformation. The struggle you are feeling is not the end of your story. It is the proof that something greater is coming. Every tear, every setback, every disappointment is shaping you into the person who will be ready for what's next. The challenge is not there to block you. It's there to prepare you. You are being refined, strengthened, molded into the version of yourself that can handle the blessing that's on the way. So now, the question isn't whether God is about to change your life. The question is, are you ready? Are you prepared to step into what you've been praying for? Are you willing to embrace the struggle, to trust the process, to keep pushing even when it's hard? Because if you are, then know this: your breakthrough is closer than you think. The pressure, the setbacks, the challenges, they are not signs of defeat. They are signs of transformation. You are not being buried. You are being planted. And when the time is right, when you have been strengthened, refined, and prepared, you will rise. You will step into the blessing that was always meant for you. Stay faithful, stay ready, because God is about to change your life